Welcome in, everybody. What's going on? We are back. This is the Solo Hardcore Group Ironman Team Size 4. So, today we have some pretty interesting things to go over. As you can see, I am following myself on a chain of 3 characters. Well, one just woodcuts. That is because one of them has already completed Secrets of the North, and the other 3 have not. One of the huge setbacks of any hardcore account is a tiny little mini quest, and it's called Curse of the Empty Lord. It requires that you go and obtain ghostly robes. Ghostly robes, if you do not know, are scattered throughout the wilderness in a path of a random choice given to you on your account creation. You are given a seed of a pathway to obtain all the ghostly robes that your character requires. And some of these random paths could be very dangerous in deep wilderness. So, one of the 3 paths only involves some minor deep-wildy section, such as level 19 wilderness in the Graveyard of Shadows. Also, the Western graveyard as well, with like the Anko, something like that, right? It's a lot safer than the other paths. The other pathways involve places such as the Rogue's Castle, a multi-combat area where you are surely dead if a team somehow logs in on you. The center of the lava maze, again, much deeper than any type of teleportation method will allow in the wilderness, so you cannot teleport with the Grand Seed Pod or any Dragonstone jewelry above level 30 wilderness. Therefore, several of these paths that involve locations such as the Rogue's Castle or the Lava Maze are obviously much more dangerous, right? So, what did we do? So we looked at the start of all 4 of our characters' paths, right? And after the first 1 or 2 pieces of your ghostly robes, everybody starts off at Glariel's tomb for the ghostly robe top, but then they all split off in 3 random directions. What we did was I scouted basically and found out, okay, where are all 4 of my characters' paths at? Which ones are easier to do and which ones are not as easy? And what I found was that the one that you see woodcutting had the easy path. All I had to do was go into level 19 wilderness at the Graveyard of Shadows, and that character was able to easily obtain the rest of the ghostly robes, finish the quest, and move on to Secrets of the North. Secrets of the North requires this ghostly robe set to be able to complete some of its prerequisites called the General's Shadow. So, that's what's going on right now, is we have completed Secrets of the North on the one character long ago. I actually had a video including details of that. Check it out if you really cared about that. But basically, now I'm catching up the other 3. So these 3 had the more dangerous routes. They had the Rogue's Castle, they had the Pirate's Hideout, which is level 52 Wilderness by the Larensky chest. Again, heavily PK'd spot up by the Mage Bank, extremely difficult to get to. And things like the Lava Maze, the level 38 Wild Chaos Temple, also multi, by the way. That ghost, that's the scariest one because the ghost was literally inside the altar area, which is definitely multi, where people hop worlds in teams ready to ice barrage you instantly. That one was a little bit scary, but my plan was to pray Mage and pray Mystic Might. And if somebody ever logged in on me, actually, what I would do is I would Staff of the Dead spec. So I was wearing Staff of the Dead, Carol's top, and Varric's skirt, Serpentine Visage. Basically, Crystal Shield, the tankiest gear I could wear. And then with the Staff of the Dead spec, it gives you a 1 minute. Basically, it's not immunity, but it's pretty close to immunity, you take very, very heavily reduced damage from melee attacks. So it allows me to free up my overhead prayer in that scenario to the other two styles, knowing that, okay, no matter what, even if they try to AGS spec me, that they're not going to hit very high because of this uh, little bit of a buffer from the Staff of the Dead. So that was the plan, and we managed to perform it well. That we did not get attacked by any PKer. However, I did see multiple instances of PKers, and one of the scariest moments was a PKer actually with full robes and an Aram staff, level 110, logged in as I was upstairs in the Rogue's Castle about to go talk to the ghost. He actually logged in and saw me go upstairs in the Rogue's Castle. Now, luckily, for some reason, those NPCs are not aggressive up there, so I did not get bopped by the NPC of one of the rogues and keep me from logging out for 10 seconds. I just quickly logged out and then changed worlds, and I was fine. But this player did have a key on them already. You can see if they've been killing people. They were most likely looking for people thieving the rogue's chest, but they definitely would have jumped on anybody that they see. And what I actually ran into this person, so they were scald, ready to PK me, ready to ice Raji. And again, this is level 55 or so wilderness. This is up by the highest level obelisk as well in the wilderness. They could have very well had teammates come. This is multi-combat. An ice barrage there, and then them on Discord telling their friends, "Hey, come here. I got someone. They're in good gear. They're in good gear." Like, that could have been literally the end of the character. So, thankfully, we were able to survive the occasion, to not get into combat with him. But again, I was prepared. I had Bruise. I had, Staff of the Dead ready to spec, Crystal Shield, high range defense, ready to just switch between Prey Mage and Prey Range if I got attacked, and allow that Staff of the Dead spec to buy me at least a minute, right? And with Prey Mage overhead while I was talking to the ghost, if I did get teleblocked, which was very possible, it would reduce the teleblock duration by half, so down from 5 minutes to 2.5 minutes, meaning that I would just have to tank for 2.5 minutes. But hopefully, again, they're on Ice Barrage, so they probably wouldn't have even had teleblock at that high ability, but some people bring Spellbook Swap from the level 99 Magic Cape perk, so you never know what could happen. We managed to do that. I took advantage of Deadman mode here, so this is a couple days after Deadman release. I took advantage of the fact that a lot of the PvPers in the game, especially any good ones, are most likely PKing on Deadman mode, leveling their character right now in Deadman mode. That's a very fun game mode, something that a lot of people enjoy. And it was extremely late at night, so not only the people on Deadman are not going to be on the main server, but even then, the few that do stay back and think, "Oh, I'm going to PK now even more because everybody on their hardcore Ironman is going to think that everyone's playing Deadman." Well, then they're the one person out of the batch that isn't, and they're going to PK the entire wildy all weekend or all week while Deadman's going on, knowing that a lot of people are going to be risking extra things out there because, again, they think the same logic. They think that most people are going to be just playing Deadman when realistically, if everyone thinks that, then suddenly now the wilderness is actually even more dangerous, due to the reverse psychology. So, anyway, we made it out. I had my main account and my main Ironman, so just my normal maxed Ironman is a max character. I quit playing that character many years ago, but I had both of them still lingering with a little bit of membership on them from doing some raids, so I actually used them both as a scout. And it's funny, if I can actually show, let me see if I can just quickly, there we go. So I just had to quickly pull this up, and it's not very large. Let me just enlarge it real quick here. And this is actually this is my bait. Okay, like, I used this guy. I bought the Infinity Robe set. I'm not really risking anything. You look. Oh wow, 100K. Yeah, you're gonna kill me, but it looks tasty, doesn't it? Like you see this guy walking around in the wilderness, you're gonna jump all over that. Like instead of the guy with Varric's skirt and Carol's top and a crystal shield, I mean, you're much more likely to just kill this guy right off the bat. So this guy is like scouting around. I also had my other Iron Man. Um, Basically as well. So I had a couple scouts, and they will flash red whenever I see like a player on my screen as well. That's a RuneLight notification plugin. So yeah, I had a couple backup strategies there in case I were to get attacked. Also, I was scouting the area, so yeah, very interesting stuff. Um, and we managed to go through all those dangerous areas, those dangerous locations, finish the ghostly robes. Again, you have to sit in conversation with these ghosts, holding the spacebar through like potentially hundreds of dialogues. And I'm not joking. You have to hold the spacebar in some areas, like the Earth Warriors, in the Edgeville Wilderness. There's also the Wilderness Chaos Altar, which is the place where that doubles your bones effectively at a gilded altar up in the wilderness. Again, multi, and you could easily get barraged and piled by a team. You have to sit there and hold spacebar for like 30 seconds straight, meaning that at any point, if somebody hopped to your world randomly, then you would be in for a battle. And luckily, we survived. We got out. Again, we are on one life, so even just I did it on 3 characters, one at a time. If even so much as just one of them got into combat and got PK'd, then that would be it for the hardcore series. So we are on this risky one life scenario. We survived. I'm very, very happy to be out of that. This was something that was kind of lingering over my shoulder for a couple reasons, right? So one of the reasons is it's locking me to Secrets of the North only on my one character, which means I could only do Muspah on one character. That's all good and dandy, right? I can easily just farm Muspah on that character. However, there are other aspects to Secrets of the North, and that it is a prereq to Desert Treasure 2. So I would like to advance myself to Desert Treasure 2 on more than just that character as well, because even if I were to farm Desert Treasure 2 on the one character that's woodcutting that has had this done for a while, you cannot wield any of the rings that you obtain from the vestiges from those 4 Desert Treasure 2 bosses until you have completed the quest. I believe I found this out the hard way on my main when I tried to, maybe I tried to buy an Altor ring to get some increased strength bonus at TOB rating on my main. I found out then that you cannot equip the ring. So even if I were to farm it on the character that had safely completed Secrets of the North and could have access to Desert Treasure 2, I would not be able to use it on the other characters. So very important that I have this done now. I can officially go ahead and complete DT2. I can wear any type of vestige drop that I get from there, from any character, on any character, because I will be going to complete DT2. I've actually recently done DT2 on my main, so I did it on my main and I did it on my Iron Man as well. Both of these characters were sort of my test characters to get the quest done. I had never done this quest before and I know nothing about it, so for me, I needed a couple of test accounts to run through the quest, learn where you can take high amounts of damage, and yes, it is an extremely difficult quest. It's actually one of the only quests that I will never do on all the characters at the same time. So see, right now I'm doing Secrets of the North all 3 at once. That's because I can advance with one as the other are stuck behind, and then do a boss fight, and then advance the second one, do the boss fight, advance the third, do a boss fight. The problem with that in DT2 is you're constantly hunted down by an NPC called the Mysterious Stranger. And every time you complete one of the sections of the 4 bosses in DD2, you obtain a medallion piece, and then at any point while you have this medallion until it's turned in, an NPC aggressive can hunt you down anywhere in game. And when I say anywhere in game, I mean anywhere. I literally had this thing spawn inside my player-owned house and attack me, hitting for 25s with all 3 combat styles. You can't outrun it because he has the run mechanic that you find in Nex and other similar bosses in OSRS. They now have this run pathing as well, so you can't outrun them. But what you can do is you can just tele away. You can obviously eat food to survive, so I will stay high health with anglers, but I will be watching over each of my characters as I do this. So I'll be doing it on one character at a time so that the other 3 are not a threat at all. And yeah, we will be completing DT2 on the 3 characters. So here's just the start. This is Secrets of the North. We are closing in on a boss encounter with the assassin, so I have to, again, one at a time do this. Yeah, we'll tune in with some more exciting things in the future here. For you guys, it'll be like a second because I will be doing the old pause and resume. So catch you in just a second here. Okay, so we are advancing to the first character to do the assassin fight, and this is a scary one. I haven't really researched this one a ton. I know you can take a lot of damage very quickly, but I'm fairly certain of the mechanics. Obviously, just dodge any floor tiles with poison on them. The Serphelm will prevent me from being venomed, which I know is a mechanic here. Can just kind of advance these characters a little bit further in. There he is. There's the assassin. So I'm just going to try to kill him as fast as I can here. Protecting from range, I guess. And you can't actually damage him until you lure him into this smoke cloud. So let me just eat an anglerfish. Stay high health. Oh wow. Yeah, we took that hit. Okay, got to watch for him throwing his projectiles. And whenever he spawns a new smoke cloud, we lure him there. Okay, keep him always inside a smoke cloud to be able to damage him. I'm guessing prey range and prey melee both are effective here because he's obviously using a bow sword. This is the same guy in the Devious Minds quest that you give that bow sword to from a mithril two-hander and a bowstring created at Doric's Anvil. So yeah, just dodge the poison. I'm guessing that's kind of it, right? So yeah, you just have to dodge that. And yeah, easy fight. Okay. Fight's done, and then we advance a different character and do it on that. So yeah, easy fight. Let's just safely execute this on the other 2 and catch them up to speed. Later down the line, we will be doing Muspah here. So this actually is a pretty short quest, if I remember correctly. You pretty much just kill this assassin, you do some shenanigans in here with some puzzles, and then you kind of just get set up right away to Muspah. So yeah, we'll be back with the Muspah. Alright, we are back. We've officially geared up one character, so made it full screen. The others are just going to be idling for now. And we have our escape crystal, we have teleport out, we have ancient magics. Pretty much max mage gear for us. I have my imbued heart. I'm boosted. I already used a divine range pot. So let's get in there. We have a few minutes to take this boss out. It should not take 4 minutes. So hopefully we're good to go. So let's turn on Prey Range and Mystic Might. Here he comes. So here's the Muspah. There it is. Okay. We're going to get an instant ice barrage off here. Whoop. Don't misclick the door. And let's keep our distance here. Let's turn auto retail off. That's going to be important to not have on accidentally. And make sure I maintain. Okay. some activity here because, oh, gotta watch out when he does that. That's the mage attack. That's why we have sounds on. Turn that down just a tad. Okay, he is aggressively summoning spikes on us. I don't like these spikes are constantly on us, but there's nothing I can do about that. Let's just keep our attacks up. Okay, doing good damage with the trident here. We've distanced ourselves from the spikes. Get the prey mage up whenever he does that. Oh god, okay, this part, I believe this is a safe tile. And I can crystal bow from this tile. Let's just stand here and get some crystal bow hits in. Okay. Drink some prayer, make sure we don't get smited. So far, very clean fight. We're going to have a crossbow part here soon, where we'll have to do some smiting. Should dodge that. Oh god, almost didn't find a safe spot because it was all on the wall there. That's going to hit us. Up 0, got lucky. Okay, that's big. Okay, almost done here. Couple more crystal bow hits. Yeah, just switch to prey mage when you see the attack, and we're good. That's Muspah done on the first character. Nice. Talk to Jalen, get out of here. I'm gonna be banking a couple of these items. Maybe just like, well, probably don't need that much. It's a bit overkill. I just want to make sure I have the trident of the swamp on the other characters that I tried on. So, yeah, I'll return in a jiffy with the others. Okay, round 2. We have the second character geared up and doing pretty decent in gear. I'm not going to repair the Hcim's, trade everything over, right? That would be ridiculous. Forgot the pre-pot coming in here, though, so let's hope we land a freeze. Nice, we did. Get the divine potion off. The plan was to eat that bass as a pre-pot, but we're eating it now, I guess. Okay, there's the mage attack. Yeah, I actually don't mind crystal bow here because it gives you the ability to use that 10 tile range from that safe square. Okay, don't like that these spikes approach me in all directions. Okay, let's just get the freeze off and we should be good to just safe spot him here. Get another free little mage pot off. Extra +1. Not really gonna matter, but it is what it is. Let's get the right click off. And when we arrive, we attack. And we should be totally safe on this specific tile for all the locations of these little blobs rolling across the screen here. Okay, let's get our prayer back up with the shield. Save some prayer. A nice freeze, and with decent accuracy here, haven't splashed the freeze yet. He should switch back to the range form any moment now. Any day now. There he goes. Okay, it's going to be smite phase soon. Let's just hide way back here. This looks safe to me. That was probably also safe a little bit. Switch to smite on your crossbow attack. Here we go, that was a big hit. Back to the main DPS weapon, which is Crystal Bow. Some nice accurate hits in here. Yeah, Bofa's going to be very nice for when I actually decide to farm this boss. Oh, that could have hit me. Gotta go right back to prey range after the Protect Magic attack because it's very quick after. Okay, that's number 2 down. And we've arrived with number 3. So again, this is kind of how I would do the quests, difficult quests. Although for DT2, it's going to be a little bit different because I don't want to be hunted down by the stranger. Get that augury off here and get a quick barrage. I'm using a much worse setup with the normal trident, but should be okay. Not really worried. Still going to do most of my damage with the crossbow here and the crystal bow. Just performing the mechanics here. It's only 550 health. Already in this phase, okay. I don't know if that's because I did a lot of DPS or what, but we take that, we take that. Okay. It's gonna go to melee form probably soon. Get ready to click on Mystic Might here. There it is. Get the freeze off. And yeah, with an easy barrage here. I don't know if this, the quest variant is just easier and has a lower magic resistance to getting frozen. Seems like I'm not really splashing. Okay, I didn't know what he did there. But he summoned the spikes finally. Get another cheeky little freeze off. Still being tracked down by the spikes here, so I'm going to get out of dodge to a nice, better location in the room here. There's a safe spot. He should be summoning more like spikes in the area, right? Yeah, he's going to summon more for different safe spots. Just making sure I'm very prepared. Oof, got me without prey melee or something there. It's okay. Let's do something risky here. Let's try this little. Okay, it worked. Let's recharge prayer before I forget. Missed that one. Okay, getting a little risky here. Again, missed that prayer too. That's okay. Doesn't hit very high with the quest variant here. A couple more crystal bow attacks here. He's kind of closing in on us with spikes. So let's move to an open area. But yeah, should be a nice fight. Yeah, you got to move out into open territory to avoid being trapped in. Nice. It's going to be a huge downside to not have access to Dragon Bolts for this because Sapphire Bolts E on the Mithril kind of stink. They don't do very much damage and whatnot, but yeah, we'll return with the quest completed. And we are back. Yeah, I didn't realize that my client is like on the far right of my monitor, so that hanging open ring light sidebar is actually just hidden for me. So without checking, obviously my output, I did not notice that was open, but should not be a big deal. Let's complete the quest here on 3 characters. So there's the 1, just spacing through dialogue. 2, 3, lovely. Lots of XP, lots of agility XP. That's actually going to come in handy because I needed some of that. Thieving, hunter, we'll take it. Any levels from any character? No, we are way too high level. Apparently. Someone just got the Calphite Princess in the chat right after I did the quest, so awesome. Anyway, that's going to kind of conclude this video. So now this gives me access to, we'll see, now that I know that that was recording, let's try to show here. Now we can do this one right here, the big one, Desert Treasure 2, and we have officially completed right here, Secrets of the North. Greened out, everything is green, should be the same on all the other characters, just need to run through this very, very long quest, and yeah, other than that, my experience with doing this quest briefly on my other two characters to reclaim Quest Cape was fairly decent. I wasn't too threatened. I think some of the more threatening bosses was like Duke if you don't dodge the eyeball attack, but that was because I kept running to the side, not directly behind a pillar, but like close to the pillar on the side of the wall, and it still hits you. So I know now that you have to be hugging the pillar in front of you and go to the side. Other than that, though, Duke was actually fairly simple. I just need to make sure I stay anglered up in case I miss any of his mechanics. The eye attack was hitting for like 80s, so I need to make sure that I'm ready for that. One of the other huge components out of this is that the one character here, so this guy does actually have, yeah, it will open up. This is a bug. I can't get this to go away while Gothic sleeps. I have it done on all 4 characters. I don't know why that's a bug, but while Gothic sleep is completed, so I don't know why this, yeah, it's just a glitch. But the only quest remaining for me is Desert Treasure 2. So now with the requirements done, I have officially finished it. Apparently I haven't done his Faithful Servants, so I need to do 1 Barrows run. That's weird because I've definitely done tons of Barrows. It's really strange. KC Barrows. I'm really confused how I had not done that at least once. Anyway, it's not working, but anyway, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I will be returning with another video in the near future for my Desert Treasure 2 debut. So, and now this one will not feature, Mr. Woodcutter over here. This is going to be 4 characters doing the quest. Now, I don't know exactly how that's going to go about. I said just recently in this video that I was going to work on them all separately because of the Mysterious Stranger, but I think I'm going to do them all at the same time, and just when I know I'm fighting a boss, I go return the medallion to the the pyramid before I move on, because once you've deposited the medallion officially, you are no longer chased down by the Mysterious Stranger. I could also log out on the character that I'm worried about, that I'm not using in between like intense moments where other characters are doing the boss fight. Anyway, that's going to wrap up the video. Thanks everyone for tuning in this far. If you made it this far, please follow my Kick. I do stream live on kick.com/MrBlueGene. That's MRBLUEGENE. So a little bit of different spelling there on the end of Gene, but you can check that out. You can leave a comment below, like the video, subscribe to this YouTube channel. It really helps me out. It goes a really long way. So I do thank everyone for making it this far, and I will catch you in the next video for some Desert Treasure 2 content. See you there.